What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. So for the title of this video, you guys already know we'll be talking about my turbo Mitsubishi Lancer GT. So here's the car. I know a lot of you guys are fans of the build, and a lot of you guys see the crazy stuff on the exterior, you know, on how awesome the car looks on the outside. A lot of you guys also follow the build because of my turbo build setup. But today, we'll be talking about the interior. So I actually made a video about this car, I want to say 3 years back, on the interior. Quite a bit has changed since then. So let's go ahead and enter the inside of my car and talk about the interior upgrades. So when a lot of people modify their cars, including myself, people always start with the exterior. So, you know, you put on mods like coilovers or wheels or a front lip, exhaust, intake. So a little bit of exterior, you know, power mods. The interior is often neglected, but let me tell you guys why I think interior mods are pretty important. So yes, while the outside of the car looks good, whenever you're driving the car, you only get to see what's inside the car. So to me, driver mods are important as well. Plus, my car is a show car, so I have to mod pretty much every single bit of the car inside and out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the interior and some of the cool parts that I have inside the car. So let me just show you guys a little overview of the inside first, and then we'll talk about the parts. Okay, so let's talk about what's in here. So let's start with the very first thing you see in front of us. This is an aftermarket steering wheel. To be honest with you guys, I wanted to keep the OEM steering wheel for as long as I could, which I did for a few years. Just because of the, you know, controls, your volume controls and all that cool stuff. But eventually I changed it out to a new setup. So what we have here is a Vertex steering wheel. It is super rare and limited. There's only 100 of these steering wheels produced. You can definitely get, you know, an aftermarket steering wheel. It's just that this Vertex one is a collaboration piece with Nardi, Italian brand. And like I said, I love my Vertex stuff. So super rare, one of 100 limited edition. If you guys are wondering where you can buy this, since they're limited production, they are already sold out. I wish I picked up more of these to resell or just keep, but yeah. Here it is. Comes with the carbon fiber Vertex horn. Pretty cool piece. The signature. Over here I changed out the bolts. These are Chasing J's titanium bolts. What makes them cool is these bolts are actually Grady and Chasing J's collaboration. So that's pretty awesome. I love my red JDM parts. So yeah, I go out my way to source them. And if you notice, it's tilted at an angle. So what I have over here, this is a Works Belt tilt hub. This is a cool piece as well. Works Belt tilt hub in collaboration with Night Runner International. So there's only a 50 of these pieces made. If you want a tilt hub like this, it could fit any car. You have to buy a short hub. So over here I have a Works Belt short hub. Previously, a few years back, I had an NRG release setup. NRG short hub and NRG quick release. That works perfectly fine. But Worksbell is a Japanese brand, higher quality. So eventually I switched it out. And with the Worksbell tilt hub, it's not a full quick release. You just get to tilt it, lock it down. And if you want to use it, you just pull this red lever and pretty much push it up. It's for show, but race car drivers use it in their cars as well. Place these bolts with some red bolts as well. Let's see what else. I have this thing right here. This is a Vertex turn signal extension from Vertex, another JDM brand. It is actually meant to be an extension, so whenever you have a deep dish quick release steering wheel, you know, it's easier to use your turn signals. Obviously this is not on my turn signals, this is on my headlights, because this is meant for a right hand drive JDM car. Let's see here. I have pedal shifters. These are covers, actually. These are carbon fiber covers from Shift Concepts. So they make them for the Mitsubishi Rallispired, the Evo 10 MR. They all have that. Let's see what else. I have a bunch of carbon fiber bits inside the interior. Kind of hard to see, but this is a carbon fiber crown cover piece. I'll go about talking about where I got some of these carbon fiber pieces here in a bit. Let's see what else. I have my gauge cluster, redone in carbon fiber. I actually bought this one on eBay for 40 bucks, just this cover. Most guys, when they go turbo, or Evo 10 guys, they like to have their gauges right here, the boost gauge, the AFR gauge on the A-pillar, or they have it like right here, small little gauges mounted. I want it to be different and unique, and I feel like the setup here is really empty and clean, so I want to put something here. This is kind of like a Subaru style. A lot of Subaru WRX and STIs have it mounted right here. I got my boy out of San Antonio to redo it in carbon fiber. Like I said, I bought it off eBay and was hydro dipped, so I wanted real carbon. If you guys want to get carbon fiber work done, you can hit him up. I'm going to link his Instagram page, Goldie Customs. And then for gauges, over here I have my boost gauge, my oil temperature gauge, and my oil fuel ratio gauge. These are AEM gauges. So yeah, generic EM gauges. And then moving down, I have a double din aftermarket stereo. Got this one a few years back, and I do already have a touchscreen display from the factory since mine is a 2015 model. I don't know why I waited so long. This is a 10.2 Android radio, so a full touchscreen. So let me go ahead and turn on the car. You have your Bluetooth, obviously your maps, you can click around, you can watch YouTube on here, make calls, so really handy. I got this off, I think, Amazon or eBay as well, online, and fits with your air vents. Pretty easy install. I have a full install on it if you guys are interested. Moving down here, more carbon fiber goodies, carbon fiber climate control bezel, and then I got this little rings over here for my shifter setup. So I have a leather shift boot. This is a cold speed shifter, which is actually meant for Mitsubishi Ralliart or Evo 10 MR. I made it fit, so yeah, a little bit of modification was needed from Cold Speed and now JDM brand. For the shift knob itself, I have a lot of shift knobs, but this one is the Chasing J's titanium shift knob that I have on right now. I think it looks super cool. All these trim pieces here are hydro dip. As you can see, hydro dip carbon, hydro dip gold carbon. The sides here are hydro dip in carbon as well. Even my little piece right here on the cluster, hydro dip, all hydro dip all around. I'm a boy Thomas in Austin hydro dip them, but unfortunately he no longer has his hydro printing business. He sold it a few years back. Let's see, and moving over here, another gauge cluster. This over here is a carbon fiber gauge pot. If you guys are wondering how do you make this fit, unfortunately, usually on here is your passenger airbag, so you do have to cut that out. But I think it fits pretty cool. And if you guys are wondering what gauges I have, you guys kind of saw it power up. Let me do it one more time. It's pretty cool. It kind of cycles through. So these are Defy Gauges, which are again another JDM brand. I have my water temp, my coolant temperature, my voltage, as well as my oil pressure. So yeah, definitely help me measure more stuff in the car. I actually had these when I was NA, so you don't really have to be turbo to have these. I just wanted to monitor some of my, temperatures whenever I was driving. And up here, you guys might have heard that sound. We have a Blackview dash cam. So definitely recommend a dash cam for everyone who drives, just because you never know, there might be reckless drivers out there. So my Blackview dash cam, front and back. Yeah, big thank you to my fiance for getting them for my birthday present. They work great. You can connect it with your phone on the app. Over here, I also switched out small little details, but a Broadway mirror, so wider angle, blue tint. And as always, I always switch out all my bulbs to LED bulbs, bright white LEDs the moment I get the car. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, can't forget about the seats. So I've had these seats set up for a while now. If you guys are wondering, these are the Brom Seats. That's the name of the brand. They're made of leather, diamond stitched. I think they look great. Now in the car show scene, a lot of people are rocking Brom. I had a few friends who were wondering how they fit, so they sat on it, and it's really comfortable. I had the seats now for about 3 years. So it's a good in-between. It's not your full bucket seat like a Bright, Sparkle, Recaro, where it kind of hugs you real tight. These are made of leather, so I think they're pretty comfy. They don't break your back like a full race car bucket seat, but at the same time, you know, they're better than stock. Gives you some nice bolstering on the sides as well as your thighs. I think they look great. You can get them on Brom's website. Paired them with some Takata harnesses, mainly for show. I still have my stock seat belts to use on the daily if I do drive it. But I have been to a couple track days, and if I want to, like I said, I have these harnesses. They are 4-point harnesses. Yeah, 4 points. And the floor mats here, I also have, it's a little bit dark, some diamond stitch floor mats. So that's pretty cool. I got them a little while back to kind of pair with the seats. Black and red diamond stitched. I think I got that off like eBay. Oh, and before I forget, all the carbon fiber bits, if you guys are wondering, I think I got them from Speed. So Speed sell all these carbon fiber pieces. You could buy it on the website. Let's see what else. We have this harness bar. This is a Cypher Auto harness bar. Again, another upgrade I did a few years back. So you can still fit passengers on the back seats. With these harnesses, you want to make sure that they're not bolted to the ground, because some guys just do it for show, bolt it to the ground. That's dangerous. If you do use it and get an accident, it could snap your neck. So the proper way is to at least have a harness bar or a full roll cage. Like I said, the harness bar, you can still fit passengers back there. I did have to trim into this little assembly right here a little bit. But yeah, and I painted it gold. Usually it's like silver. It's been a couple years, so paint is kind of chipping. The plan is to eventually change it out for a full roll cage, because I don't really have passengers in my back seats anyway. So yeah, since this is a dedicated show car, might as well do a full roll cage. I haven't quite decided if I want to go with a custom setup yet or not, but I think that's about it for the interior. Oh, little cool gloves here, Hypebeast Supreme gloves. You guys are wondering why do I have driving gloves here. I don't really need it with the Vertex steering wheel, but I had a suede Vertex steering wheel, and suede steering wheels tend to go bad really quick because whenever you drive, your palms get a little sweaty and the oils get into the suede and mess it up. So I would wear my gloves, and of course I had to be a little extra with Supreme gloves, right? Just to drive and, you know, keep the steering wheel nice and clean. Everything here is still OEM besides the hydro dip. Yeah, here's another shot from the outside. Oh, you guys might see these little switches here. These were wired up by my buddy Thomas for my headlights. This is supposed to run the daytime running light and demon light, so stuff they wired a few years back. Let me show you guys the view from the back. Since I'm driving, I don't, usually sit on the back, but yeah, here's the view from the back. Oh, obviously a harness bar in the way from Cypher Auto. Again, this is universal, so if you guys want to put this on any car, you can. It goes right here, and then it bolts all the way down. But yeah, here's the view. And here's another view with the seats. I love the interior of the car. Like I said, you spend a lot of time driving inside, so I think it's important to have an interior setup that you love. And I hope you guys like it. I know, like I said, interior mods not too many people do if you're just, modifying your car, but I definitely recommend it. Yes, there's a lot going on in my car, but if you want to just put simple, interiors for your interior modifications, I would say you could start with stuff like steering wheel and seats. These two are the most basic ones, and honestly, that's why I started with. Back then, I had an EK Honda Civic. as my first build, and exterior stuff was done. Interior, all I had was a quick release steering wheel setup as well as seats. Like I said, not too bad. Seats, obviously, you know, depending on the brand, could get pretty expensive. If you just want to go with a really generic brand, like, you know, an eBay brand. To give you an example, my EK Civic, my fiance bought me NRG seats. Those are pretty cheap, like $300 or $400 for like both seats, both driver seats. And you buy the seat rails, maybe another $100, $200. And then for a steering wheel, if you're looking at, you gotta buy the hub. If you don't want to buy quick release, you can just buy a steering wheel and the hub. And again, maybe let's just say on a budget for steering wheel and seats, you could get it for like $700, maybe $500 to $700 if you get them used. Obviously, my setup costs way more. You know, the Vertex steering wheel was limited edition, cost me about close to $1,000 just for the steering wheel, and then the seats itself was like $1,500 when I paid for them. So obviously, much more depending on brand. You guys know seats. If you go for like Recaros or Bright, they're gonna be in the $2,000, $3,000 range. So yeah, I just hope you guys like this little interior video. I don't really show my interior all too much except when I'm driving it. A lot of you guys have requested this video over the years. I've made one, but that was like 3 years back when my interior was still kind of stock with stock seats and all. So I hope you guys like it. Again, you guys made it this far, leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit the notification bell as well so you know when every video is out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.